Oof. This wasn't what I, you know, wanted to wake up to, but it's crazy. That's the world we're living. Fina involved in a brawl in Abuja. BB Niger's Fina reportedly involved in hotel fights over 200,000 naira disputes in Abuja. Former Big Brother Niger winner Fina was reportedly involved in a violent altercation at an undisclosed hotel in Abuja on Tuesday morning, leading to chaos that drew the attention of other guests and staff. According to eyewitnesses, the incident began inside Fina's hotel room before escalating to the lobby. While the full details remain unclear, the confrontation was said to have stemmed from an unresolved disagreement involving 200,000 naira. 200,000 naira. For somebody like that who had won hundreds of millions of naira just some few years ago, I don't know. The heated exchange reportedly turned physical, with voices raised and tempers flaring. The situation worsened when some individuals linked to both parties got involved, resulting in a prolonged fight within the hotel premises. Police officers were eventually called to the scene and had to use tear gas to disperse the crowd and restore calm. As of press time, Fina and others involved in the incidents are said to be at the police station for questioning. This is not looking good at all. Why always Fina? Why always Fina? Why? Watch this. Ooh, look at that. Just look at that. Let's look at that. Fina is actually the one on the ground. Wow. Fina is actually the one on the ground, and there has been, crazy reaction to this particular story. Like crazy reactions. I'll give you a few of them. One of the major reactions that I've seen is just hilarious, and it's a video. Now check this out.
What you call say na Fina has money the drag follow ground I say small no dey. Yeah? Fina na has money the rush that I say small no dey. Have you take money? You be like take money for the video. Because for money the drag the follow ground like that. I don't people not the lazy like that. Oh boy, you don't understand. You see that she doing on some peace. Or she don't take one or two things with her eye. Because even for her to start, Alex, Alex the bed, I say I let one break joint. You know, it's like better go find one place relax. Small they drag you follow ground like that. I shame for you. If I to make my time, your mind go strong. And that will tell you get my tuition. Now small they rush you for ground like that tomorrow not for that place. It's all of peace and blessing. Now that go then your mind will be sharp like razor. What you call?
Human beings. This is not about being from Edo. I mean, we're talking about Fina, her personality, what she embodies. I mean, when you are a winner of BB Niger, it's assumed you should live above board. What I mean by that is you should be able to hold yourself. After all, remember you stayed inside the house for over 70 days without fighting anyone. At least the rules within the house is that you can't fight anyone. Yes, we understand that she has this street vibe to her, but even she's not the only person who's got street vibe. FA has street vibes. White Money has some crazy shit street vibe. Other people who had won had street vibes, and you will never hear that they fought publicly. Kai. Why did it even get to that point? But anyway, I mean, she can argue that she wasn't the one that started the fight. Somebody rushed at her. Remember that it was the person who, pounced on her, not the other way around. If it was like, if fight publicly, or maybe someone pounced on you, or you pounced on the person. It's a totally different thing. You know, she could argue that she's the only one that started the fight, so she still embodies that character that people still know her as somebody who doesn't foment trouble. But it's still not clear about what really happened. You know, 200,000 naira altercation. One would really never know what exactly it was, but there was a disagreement over 200,000 naira, and my mind was, 200,000 naira for somebody like that who had won a significant amount of millions a few years ago. I'm just hoping that that's not true, the actual truth about really what had happened. I'm just hoping, because if it is, I'll be a little bit, disgusted, by that, move. But let's just take some reactions to that, which I find really condescending and crazy. Okay, let's see. Tossing, for God says, Omo, this girl gets strength to. I beg na Fino them they beat her, be na she the beat person. BBN graduates, that should be like rehabilitation center for Ndi Ifene Eminisi. Okay, more like that should be like some rehabilitation for people where things they do for head. For Be Real says, I bet which one be Fina, the beta or the BT? Okay, so Fina was the one that was dragged to the floor. Fina was the one that couldn't stand when she stood up. So she's actually not the other person who was on her. Tiger says, "Jeez, they won't keep Fina for me. Oh. See as them pin with it for ground." So the odd thinkers said something was quite profound. It said, until companies strip celebrities of their endorsements for gutter behaviors, nothing will change. People who are supposed to be influencers exhibit gutter behaviors. The younger generation see violence, drugs, ashawo, and fraud as things of vibes because they see their celebrities, idols, do these things online without caution. I share the same thing, though. I share, a part of what's that is. Okay. Is Fina even qualified to be called a celebrity? Vivian says, with all her rasness, she no get strength to fight. It's not by ras. It's not by ras. You should know this. God, human beings. Lambda says, which one was Fina? The one that got taken down or the one that initiated the takedown? That's my only concern in all these Rigudi. See Fina, we want burn like 100 Dangote trucks, no get strength, and no pour, all mouth. Dede says, the same Fina who said she would go beauty house that time and go beat him. Now she did for ground, so Dev Dorothy says them still beat him on top. Fina should calm down. Shame says instead the caption to be them beat Fina up. Them say she did fight with somebody in the hotel. Coldplay says, now this Fina did challenge Dangote Abi, no be she. Raw Talk says, now this her year lifestyle by her sister. Adeyemi says, I thought I saw Fino and I was looking for him. I thought I saw Fino and I was looking for him throughout the video. You guys are crazy. Les Crypt says, not even allegedly, Siona Idol never knew fighting is still a thing in 2025. But according to some people for Twitter, 200K na small money. Well, for her, 200K is small money now. I mean, except something has happened to the money or something. Fina has been really under a lot of issues lately. He has been really moved, affected by a lot of issues lately. The death of her sister, I'm sure, must have really done a bad one on her. For those who followed her story, how Dangote truck made her sister's leg amputated, and then eventually died while she was in the hospital. She came out really crying. In my head, I'm just thinking to myself. I try to fix myself in her shoes. Like, if I had a brother who had been killed by a Dangote truck, and it does look from the Dangote side, there's nothing that's been done about it. I will feel bad. I will feel sad. Maybe the reactions might be different, but I think somehow we should cut her some slack, okay? It's not everything that I know that people would make a jest of it, a joke of it. Nobody really knows exactly what she's going through. Like I said, everybody's got their own story to tell. You can only tell someone's story from the lens of what you see or what you hear the bloggers put out, but not necessarily in their shoes. You're not in their shoes. You don't feel the pain. You don't feel the urge. Like you don't feel what they feel. They say now person will wear shoe, they know where they pinch am. So you don't know what they're going through. So sometimes you don't condemn. Maybe I might not be in that space or what she feels or whatever she's going through. I don't know. I'm not her. I'm not in her family. But then again, you can't tell me there's nothing that's something that she's not going through. There's something that is really there and that she needs to take care of. I hope she does. When she went to the club and put out the video of her in the club, people were really angry that maybe this person was supposed to mourn her sister. And some persons was also said in that same conversation that you want her to die of depression. Sometimes this going to the club is a way of unwinding, like trying to relax your head, relax your mind, to even cope with a loss or even cope with pressure. Yes, that's another way people help with these coping mechanisms. So having said that, I also think she should calm down. It's not really a good thing to be seen in that light, even though you could argue that she was pounced on. She wasn't the one that started the fight. She didn't go after somebody. She has a street vibe on, and quite frankly, I'm saddened by what I have just read and what I've just seen. I'm sure that she's going to react. She's going to tell her own part of the story. That will be in due course, and hopefully it's not what we have read on the blog about 200,000 naira disagreement or an altercation. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the other side. God bless. Good morning.